So I put this new track up on my SoundCloud. You can see it here on my screen, and it's a track called You Know I Like It. Now in brackets I put here hard drive homage mix, because this track started off as a little bit of a copycat thing. I wanted to do a track just like Hard Drive Deep Inside, and I was trying to mimic some of the sounds. Some of you guys might have seen my reverse engineering of that old track on the Point Blank Online Deep House course on Logic. So I wanted to do something but put my own spin on it, and I ended up working on a track, developing it, getting really happy with it, but it just sounded too close to the original, and I felt, yeah, I want people to hear it. I just can't sell it. I mean, I got tons of respect for Kenny and Louis. They're probably one of my they're probably my biggest musical heroes. So I didn't want to do anything that would cause any trouble, really, because I got so much respect for them. So I thought I'd just put it up as a freebie download for people, and you can put it in your sets and whatever. This is a behind the scenes look at the track, because I've had a lot of people asking me questions about it. So I thought I'd better do something. Now, this was created in Logic, all right? So it's a very simple track. I'm going to take you on a little tour of some of the things here. I'll just talk about it first. Sine wave, which is actually the chord. Someone said to me, what's that Rhodes chord? It's not a Rhodes chord at all. It's just literally a sine wave coming from the EXS-24. I'll come back to that. Some vocals. Now, these were actually Apple loops, all right? So some of you might recognize them. These are from the actual Logic vocal library, all right? I'll take you through them in a minute. The bass is the EFM1, which is an FM synth. Vibraphone. I don't know what I was doing with that. I might as well just delete that track, actually. Now there's a little plucky bass riff here coming from the EFM as well. The pad, EXS-24. Clap, these are separate instances, I think, of the EXS-24. So in fact, the drums are actually all EXS-24. Alright, so it's a real simple track, but simple is often really good. This is that 90s kind of vibe again. And on my master here, you can see, you're probably getting to know this now, Magnetic Vibe EQ L2. This is my mastering chain. I don't do anything else. And let's take a look from the top, all right? So I'll just play it and I'll talk about it. Let's come to the mixer. All right, so we've got the drums, and I'm not doing any drum bussing here. They're literally just coming out independently. So I've got a kick. In fact, some of these EXS-24s are shared drum kits. So you've got a mixture of things coming through the same output even. So this is the UK Garage kit. It's a preset. All right, so I'm going to open it up. You can see that. So I don't know why the name's not correct, but that is the default UK Garage kit in the drum kits folder. So you can hear that nice snare kind of rim shot sound coming in there. Open 909 hats. The 909 kits inside Logic are good. Right, let me take a look at this sine wave, right? Just basically the default EXS-24 sound, which is a sine wave. It was used a lot for bass. A lot of people used it back in the day. So this is basically running through a chorus to add a little bit of stereo movement, and then stereo delay, bounce the sound out a little bit. Going to come back. In fact, this is running all the time, so don't really need to take these off. Change the arrangement position. So here we go. That's how it was first, just raw on its own. Chorus adds a stereo width, takes away some of the harshness as well. Stereo delay pushes it back a bit in the mix. Alright, so that's what's going on there. Now this pad is an instrument I've used a lot. The Salinas strings, which is a preset, and the chords I played in. There's some filter modulation on there. Come back onto that. So the filter modulation is coming from the envelope here. You see envelope 1, slow attack. So this filter frequency is rising up with each chord. Nice bit of resonance on there. And I'll show you the chords so you can check these out. There we go. Let's come back. There. So I played those in. And these are working really nicely, of course, with the sine wave. Let's come back on that. Right, what do I do with that sine? I'll just bring it back on anyway. I've had a long day, alright, so a little bit tired. Let's come back on here. Now the bass is real crucial to this, which starts over here. Let me just move this a bit forward. Right, here we go. Oh, it must be something to do with my solo preferences. I can't be bothered changing them. So look, this bass, everyone's been asking me about the bass, but EFM1, this is that sound, that 90s bass plucky sound. I've played around with this a little bit. It was a preset called house bass, and I've customized it. You can see my settings here. Alright, so if you've got Logic, just replicate that, you'll have the same vibe. It's a wicked bass synth. I wish I could have it in all the other applications that I use. And that's partnered with this. So let's bring this back. Do you know what? This is frustrating me so much, this whole thing about the soloing. So if we come back over here, we go to, where are we? Audio, general. Here we go. CPU saving fast. Remote channel strips. This should sort it out, and just going to take these off so we can confirm that. So bass high, bass. There we go. So this is how it should be. It's really annoying. Sometimes Logic can be really illogical. So there we go. So it's got a real classic vibe. And what else have I done here? There's another solo on. Here we go. So all I did was, listen to the original tune and base my musical elements on that. Show you the bass line. And you can see in the composition, all I've done is I've used the looping. You push L on a region and it just takes it out. And that was just for speed. You can see that with the other elements as well. And then I needed something new. Originally it was an instrumental. I thought I'd get some vocals on the go. Now the vocals, I'll tell you what I did, right? I worked out the key of the song. I'm not the best when it comes to musical stuff. So all I did was I put the keyboard on here. I went to sign, and then I took it, where did we go? Up somewhere. So I was thinking that, maybe the octave lower. So that was feeling like that was working, which is, where are we? C, D, E, F, G. C, D, E, F, G. Gosh, you can see how bad I am. So G was feeling like a good key that I could use. So what I did was I went to the media and I went to loops, and I basically dropped it down here just to narrow the choices down. Jam-packed voices, loads of really good vocals in here. And what I did was, let me just clear off, it's not showing anything here at all. So why is it not showing anything in the list? Let me take it back up. Maybe I'm missing something here. Did I drop it down to urban? Maybe I did, I can't remember. So anyway, what I did was I sorted by key in this column, and I found the stuff that said G. Where are we? Okay, this is limiting that too much. Let me find out where everything's gone. Oh man, it has been a long day. So look, it's not finding. Here we go. Right, all the vocals are back. Go back to the key, and let's have a look. C, D, E, F, G. Here we go. So look, all of these are all gonna match nicely. And just to show you, let's go back here. Come on, sing. So, there we go. So actually that one that I had a minute ago would have been good. There's so many opportunities here. Actually, that could have been good too. So anyway, you get the picture. You find the key, you get the vocals, you drag them on. And so I ended up with this big kind of cut and paste thing where all these vocals came out, and I wanted to actually start off with a duet kind of vibe, so a guy and a girl. It ended up being like the male vocals with the backing vocals, and then the girl. And these are time stretched, so they've got that sort of old school garagey R&B kind of sped up vocal vibe to them. Because originally I think the tempo was about 80 or so. If we have a look over here, Darcy is the vocalist. Let's have a look. Darcy, look, melody, tempo 89. So they're going from 89 to 123 BPM. so that's giving that kind of authentic sped up vocal sound. In terms of effects, we're talking about a couple of sends over here. So sends to bus 2 and 3. And if I click on this, you can see it's just a delay designer. It's a little bit of delay, and then a space designer for some space around the vocal. And that's working well. So really, you can see this is such a simple tune, but it's going down really well. And it's been great to see all the support for it. So I'll just let it play out a bit, just in case you guys haven't heard it properly. And you can see the structure is really simple. You know, it's just the sine chords are going all the way through pretty much. They stop around here, alternating in and out. You know, you've got this pad sound coming in. Open the hat just to pick up the energy a little bit. And just plenty of variety in the vocals that I've chosen there. That keeps it moving. Just show you, here we go. So you can see all the cutting and pasting. Not too much. So I was listening back, just trying to get some kind of flow. For some people they might think it's totally random, but for me it's working. I've listened to this a lot on loop today and I really like it, you know. It's definitely one of the things you need, that kind of summer vibe, so we could do some better weather really for this, but you know, it's all good. So breaking down a bit. There we go. Little vocal. I'll show you what I did there actually. You might want to check that out. Yeah, so all I did was I cut with this. I just took a point, made it shorter and pushed L to loop it. So I've got that nice kind of stuttered triggered vibe. I didn't even need to trigger it, but then I set the automation up to fade it down. All right, so just quick thing for speed. I'm always trying to get stuff done quickly, you know, because I've limited time to get all this stuff done. But you know, it just shows you that tunes do not need to be complicated. I'm going to take you to my master settings. We'll have a look. Let's find that. Right, so magnetic again by Nomad. Pushing a little bit into the limiter there. Tape. So over here and vintage. These are both adding that nice tape saturated flavour to it. The Vibe EQ. Okay, a little bit of a boost on the low end. Cut 240. Nothing much else really. Rolled down the highs because it felt a little bit too bright. And then the L2 at the very end of the chain. Not actually pushing too hard into that. Alright, so that was deliberate. You know, I didn't want it to be squashed too much. I wanted it to feel like one of the older tunes, get nice bit of dynamic range in there, not too fat as a waveform. So yeah, there we go, a little bit relaxed because I'm a bit tired tonight, so not particularly the most focused of videos that I've done, but you know, if you want to go and check out the tune, download it for yourselves, play it in your DJ sets, give me a comment on here, give me a comment on the YouTube channel. It's always good to hear from everybody. If anybody's got any further questions about the track, just let me know, and I'll see if I can get back to you. All right, okay, all the best.